Hi, I'm Vorosh, and this is just going to be a very quick guide and just a couple of examples so you can see what happens with EPGP. First off, EPGP stands for Effort Points, Gear Points. Effort Points are awarded for turning up to raids on time, making sure you're equipped, ready for raids, that's flasks and food, killing bosses, being helpful to the guild, donating stuff to the guild, etc. Gear points, now they come from getting a piece of loot. If you look, the EPGP add-on gives a suggested GP value for each item. If you look at Grimfist Crushers there, that is valued at 750. If you look just above where it says at the bottom, Disenchant Auction Vendor Vorosh, the GP value is there at 750. And it gives a recommended one for each item if you just look through. There we go. Different values for different items. It's not just purely off the item level. There is a very complicated formula of how it actually works it out. If you can be bothered to go and have a look at it, feel free, but suffice it to say we'll be using what it says. Okay, so let's pretend something drops. How do we decide who gets it? Well, we'll pretend that Guthrak here, Voice of the Deeps, we'll pretend that drops. Now if you look, there are two values there for the recommended GP gear points value, 1660 or 830. We will always use the highest value available for any item that gives two suggested values. Okay, so who wants this item? Well, Vorosh wants another one, Narinya wants one, and say Digi wants one as well. We just look straight at the priority. Priority is given by EP divided by GP, and Vorosh and Narinya are tied. So in this case, we'd just ask those two to roll. Digi wouldn't get a roll because he is lower on priority. Now what about if one of these players wanted one? For example, Soulseeker. Soulseeker's priority is 4.96, but he's actually listed lower than either Vorosh, Narinya and Digi. Now that's because they've not got to the required level of effort points. The required level of effort points is 1250. It's given there at the bottom. This is the level you have to reach before you turn as a priority customer, if you like. It just makes sure that you've put a certain amount of effort in before you're considered for loot. If nobody from the highlighted column, the ones that are in white, there actually wants it, then yes, we will give loot to those who haven't attained the required minimum EP. But preference will always be given to those who have got the required minimum EP. There is a decay of 17% per week. This is just to stop people hoarding EP, waiting for the loot, etc, etc. It just makes it fair. So we're going to give Guthrak to Vorosh and we'll see what happens then. So Guthrak, there we go. We always take the highest value, which is 1660, and we credit that to Vorosh, and you see immediately he's now at the bottom of the pile because he's just added 1660 GP points. So his priority's gone to 1.173. So the next item, say, that drops, we'll go for Grimfist Crushers. Yeah, them as well. Grimfist Crushers. Now, Big Craig, Digi and Narinya want this item, for example. So we'll look at priority, and Narinya's going to get these because they're higher on priority. So we just give those to Narinya. Grimfist Crusher, credit. Now you see, Narinya's item was only worth 750 GP, so now Narinya is still above Vorosh because Vorosh's item that he received was 1660. So Vorosh has fallen a little bit behind in priority to Narinya because Vorosh was deemed to get the better item, and the EP has remained the same because we've not actually done anything since we awarded the loot last time. So that was just a couple of examples. When you see it working in game and see yourself accruing the EP, then you'll soon get a feel for how it works. It's a very simple system. Basically, the higher up you are in this column, the priority column, the more chance you've got of getting loot. For example, if a hunter item dropped at the moment, Bright Tree's certain to get it should she want it. If she doesn't want it, then it'll fall to other hunters further down the priority, and it might be any one of these, for example. If they're tied, they roll. Very simple system, easy to use. Anybody can look at where they are in priority, just /EPGP once you've downloaded the add-on, and it'll give you an up-to-date priority of where you are within the guild and within that raid. Thank you. I've been Vorosh.